Hey, I'm Adam. We do daily devotionals for busy Christians, so let's cannonball right into this thing. Look, it's February 28th, and we're talking about living a life marked by love. Quote, "Let all that you do be done in love." End quote. 1 Corinthians 16:14 ESV. The power of everyday love. A love that leaves a mark. Love isn't always about grand gestures. It's in the small, faithful acts that we do every day. I'll never forget my grandmother's kitchen. The scent of freshly baked bread, her hands dusted with flour, and her quiet patience as she kneaded the dough. She didn't say "I love you" often, but she lived it. She loved in the meals she prepared, the prayers she whispered, and the way she always made time for others. Love's like that. It's not always flashy, but it's always faithful. It's in the unseen moments, in the quiet sacrifices, and the patience we extend when frustrated. When Paul tells us, "Let all that you do be done in love," he isn't talking about easy love. He's talking about the love that preserves, love that shows up, love that makes a mark. If we want to reflect Christ, our love has to be more than words. It has to be action. Love when it's inconvenient. Love when no one's watching. Love in the ordinary moments of life, because those moments, they matter way more than we think. A lot of times this world equates love with grand expressions, but God sees love in the quiet sacrifices, in the unseen kindnesses, and in ways that we choose to put others before ourselves. Try and imagine how our communities, our churches, and our families would transform if we chose to love relentlessly, even when it was hard. What if we responded to rudeness with grace? What if we chose peace instead of anger? That's the kind of love that changes the atmosphere, that turns bitterness into healing, that truly makes a difference. Hey, it's really tough to get Christian content to be shared on social media, whether it's the algorithm or people are just nervous to confess their faith. But if you do have a moment to like, share, or comment, it really means the world to me, and it might touch someone who needs it today. Maybe love feels impossible right now. Maybe you're dealing with a hurt that's hard to forgive, or you're so drained that you don't know how to keep giving. Well, here's the truth. Love isn't about what we have. It's about what He gives. Jesus didn't love us when we were easy to love. He loved us at our worst, when we were running from Him, when we had nothing to offer in return. His love isn't transactional. It's transformational. And when we stay close to Him, His love fills every space, giving us the strength to love even when it's hard. The choice to love. Choosing love doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything's okay. It means surrendering our hurts to God and letting His love flow through us. It means choosing forgiveness, choosing grace, and choosing to believe the best when it would be easier to assume the worst. We live in a world that says love should be easy, that it should always be reciprocated. But real love, the kind that Jesus calls us to, is costly. It requires vulnerability, patience, and selflessness. It requires trusting God more than our own emotions and believing that He can heal what's broken, that He can restore what's been lost. If love feels difficult today, ask for God's help. He doesn't expect us to do it on our own. His love is limitless, and when we draw from His well, it never runs dry. Love that changes the world. A love that speaks louder. A life marked by love doesn't go unnoticed. It leaves fingerprints on hearts and ripples in communities and legacies in families. The way we love tells the world who Jesus is. That's why He said, "By this all people will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." That's from John 13:35. Think about that. Our love is our testimony, not our words, not our knowledge, not even our acts of service. If we love like Jesus, people will see Him in us, the daily decision to love. So today, let's love with intention. Let's love our families with patience, our coworkers with kindness, and our neighbors with generosity. Let's be the people whose lives reflect Christ, not because we have to, but because His love has transformed us. Loving others is more than a duty. It's an honor. It's an opportunity to be the hands and feet of Jesus in a world desperate for hope. When we love, we build bridges where others build walls. We bring healing where there was once brokenness. And we remind people that they are seen, they're valued, and that they're deeply loved by God. And when people look at our lives, may they see one defining trait: love. Hey, if this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and comment to help spread God's love to more people who need it. I'm Adam. Thanks so much for being here. As always, my friend, onward. God bless you.